Whilst we have all had to face the threat of the coronavirus, we haven't all faced the same financial implications under lockdown. On one hand, a fortunate few have been able to work remotely and even save a little, whilst the others have had to face pay cuts or job losses entirely. Today, I'm joined by Hamil Pardu, who is the CEO of Cash Investment Retail at FNB. He is here to help us navigate our finances during these unprecedented times. Welcome to the Loft, Hamil.
Good afternoon, Palisa. Well, thank you for having me.
Now, you often hear people talk about an emergency saving fund. So what is an emergency saving?
So, well, an emergency saving is exactly for that. Let's take the word emergency. It's for something that really upends your life, something that really throws a curveball to your life and, it throws you off. So it's for those events that are really life-changing, and it's really for when you least expect it. And for that, we're saying you should really have a fund set aside or some level of saving. We normally recommend about 3 months worth of income set aside for such an emergency.
So would you then classify the lockdown as an emergency?
Yes, it is classified as an emergency because it's something that you didn't expect in your life, you didn't plan for. It's a curveball thrown at all of us. And it really has upended all our life. So it is a form of an emergency for which we can look at using these kind of emergency savings to help us get through.
Then would it be advisable to consider dipping into your savings or cash out your investments during this time?
Well, before you look into all of that stuff, what's really important is that there's various different initiatives or options available for people before they look into their savings. So let's see if people qualify for the cash flow relief programs that the bank has. And that's our programs where you can actually postpone some of your payments or move it to later. At least that eases some of the commitments that you have to make now. And then also in this time, we could look at cutting some of our expenses or, some spend that we had so that we don't have to ease too much into dipping our savings. At least then we won't have to spend the full month's income into savings, and we can only dip into some of the income worth of saving. And it allows you to stretch your emergency savings for a longer period. And it's also important to note that your long-term investments, as you mentioned, it's something we wouldn't recommend that you actually step into immediately. And it's something that we wouldn't want to break given there are penalty fees. There are also situations like in the market where your investments have come down, so it may not be the ideal time to break. For that, we can say is rather stick to your investment goals and combine these options together to help you get through it.
How does one recover after they have gone into their savings and investments?
Well, Palisa, let's look at you should always start with something small. Don't think that saving means that you only need to have big amounts to save. You can always save with any 10 rand that you have. And it's important to stick to a budget because the budget helps you be disciplined in the way you spend and ensure that you have savings set aside that you can put away. And look at something like where you can put some money away on an easy, accessible option. And an important point I like to advise people is pay yourself first. So once you start having funds available, set that scheduled transfer that you can pay yourself from on your salary date into the savings account so that you can start building up that savings again. And remember, it's any amount, and we shouldn't be daunting that we need to have like a massive amount available to save. Start from small. Any little cents helps.
And as we continue to look forward, what kind of financial products and accounts should we consider using to save for emergency or rainy days?
Yeah, so very important question, Palisa. And I'd like to say that everyone should have a basic savings account with them. That is for where you can put money aside, and it should be an account that earns interest. So, we've got a basic savings account at FNB that pays interest close to the repo rate. So you can actually earn a decent amount of interest while that money is set aside. And you can also access that money as and when you need it. Beyond that, then we do have other forms of products. Typically, most people understand the 32-day notice product and the fixed deposit. So as people accumulate savings and they want to have more discipline, a notice period allows you to have the discipline where you don't access it immediately. And then if you have a bit extra that you can store away for periods of a few months or more, you can actually put it in a fixed deposit. Now, we should also think about the different time periods. for that basic emergency savings, a savings account is appropriate. But if we're thinking long term for people, for your children's education or for that home you want to buy, we should think you could start off with investing in a basic unit trust. But remember, those products are really for something that's for 5 years or more looking out. And you can combine those options together, and you can have your monthly amount split between all of them and build up those savings together. And ensure that you keep your goals in mind, because it helps you have these different buckets to save towards.
It looks like FNB has a solution for everyone here. Thank you so much, Mr. Parbu, for joining us on Afternoon Express. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Palisa, and thank you for having me this afternoon.
Cheers, goodbye. If you need more information about savings and investments and setting up the right account, you can visit the FNB website at www.fnb.co.za.
We can help you bank safely from the comfort of your home. Download the FNB app. FNB, how can we help you?